Hey, sweetie.
And welcome to my room. I've never filmed from here, but I'm really excited to show you my entire collection.
This feature is complete.
Really isn't. I have some perfumes here and others at my house in California or at my parents' house. So if this video is really successful, I'll show you the other half when I'm there. But I think you're going to love them. Amazing perfumes that you will love, with all sorts of prices and types, sweet or elegant, everything. So stay until the end so you don't miss a single one from my collection. Subscribe if you love perfumes as much as I do, and stay until the end to see them all. I'll be showing you a close-up here of the closet so you can get a closer look. Anyway, all the links are in the description box, and if you see that I've done, well,
I'd like to put it in my
I'm talking to you guys and to a friend at the same time, but I'm using the phone as a microphone. All right? So let's get started. I'll get you closer so you can see better. Up here, I have my perfumes that I've already used up or barely use. Among them is the Silk, which is original.
There's the flower perfume. This Reebok one is the one I used at my wedding. And honestly,
it smells really nice, very sweet, but unfortunately it doesn't last even a bit. But I wanted to have a perfume for my wedding that was different from what I normally use. So just to show it, it's great if you love sweet perfumes. These I've used up. This one from Yossi Couture, Viva la Yossi, so famous, Miss Dior, and Ariana. I wouldn't repurchase all of them. I'd only buy this one again. They're very similar. I still have a little bit left of Viva la Yossi. This one from Ariana Grande lasts absolutely. I'm looking very ridiculous here. Sorry. It lasts absolutely all day. It's very sweet, very nice, evolving. It starts off more elegant and then ends up smelling like those fruity shampoos. I highly recommend it. On the other hand, the Juicy Couture one, not so much because it doesn't last. It's beautiful and all, but ultimately it doesn't last. Then it's got a similar name, but nothing to do with it. This one is it's called Givenchy Haute Couture. I'm not sure how much I recommend this perfume. The scent is exquisite. I'm going to show you. It smells really nice. But the problem is it also doesn't last at all. It smells like a classy boss. Which, by the way, I have other videos talking about my top 10 favorite perfumes. So if you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. Thank you. Have you seen the perfumes? How are they? I only wore it for you so that when I decide I'll add silver or flower. Here I have two perfumes that are actually a bit silly. They're from the supermarket. This one smells like mango. Super nice. But obviously it doesn't last at all. Sometimes I spray it on the dogs. And this one from Yves Rocher smells like lemon. Same story. I don't really like it. Not all Yves Rocher perfumes, just specifically this lemon one. All very citrusy perfumes.
I'll let you go now.
I've even put this on my dog, my shepherd, Manolita. Now we're done. Obviously, these are the perfumes I use the least. That's why they're all the way on top. Let's move to the second shelf, where the perfumes that excite me are. The ones where the scent, but not...
They don't last as long as I'd like them to.
We have a couple of cartoon perfumes.
Come here. The Bale is the room fragrance brand. And right away, I want to make this disclaimer. I don't like options like that. In a way, being able to leave, right? I don't like just like that overall. I buy the selected one or not. And what I like is
I don't like imitations, but often I'm not sure if, for me, in some cases, yes, it was complicated.
Instructions agreed then. And so I bought several to see if I feel good.
I feel
and
good.
Also to focus for a day.
To lay down.
I have a couple of magnets that I'll tell you about. And
there are people who are also
imitation.
That's more for layering.
I mean, it was putting one on top of another, which was a new exclusive.
That's how they all look the
Yes,
same.
on the shelf I have one that's 80 cents and another one that's also 80 cents.
In the next video.
Thanks for watching the video. Well, I can't remember the name, but it's
super famous.
Really good with
Super
them.
tasty, to be honest. And I have to say, I really like it. I like its
But not with
advertisement.
the one from Insolence by Guerlain, which smells like violet, smells very powdery. It's a nice perfume. It's an elegant perfume, but it's not a perfume that I get. And honestly, the invitations from Divine are very good, very affordable.
Yes, yes.
At some
all of
point,
us.
when it runs out on me,
When they all run out
I
of
hope
this
it turns out
finger,
well.
I think I may
Thanks
buy
for
the
watching this
original.
video.
I'm referring to the, I don't even
I
remember
don't
the
understand
name,
myself.
but it's something like a big
and everything
star.
is just one day. Summer is
Hook a
perfect.
sexy
Lots
one,
of people around.
something very light and feminine.
I had the original at an airport not long ago, and honestly, it smells identical. Really nice. But it's a super summer perfume. I can't imagine wearing it now that fall or winter is coming.
Thanks, Mika. See you,
Boyfriend fans.
No. I use it not for the smell to sleep. Oh, and I don't really relate to it.
With that scent. Here we have
And the well-known, super famous perfume.
Oh,
Yes. I love it. It's a perfume that smells like coconut. In fact, it smells like coconut with patchouli.
It lasts a long time. Very sexy. The only thing, in my opinion, a bit outdated. I bought two of the same. I have one here and another in California, as I said.
Oh, a
You
lot.
see, I decorate them. So I do like it, but it's a bit outdated. What does that mean? A nice, slightly mature scent. Not super old, let's be clear. It has a hint of Euphoria by Calvin Klein. A perfume that was my favorite for years, and I've used it and loved it, and it smells delicious.
cheers and see you in the next video. Until next time.
I see.
How
Spoke a
to say
little.
it? Outdated with a lot. Now I'm going to go through these quickly because I only use it to sleep. It's the Blue Hour and the Bled.
Leave me alone.
It's a toilet mold, and I bought it because it's from one of my
perfume.
greatest idols, Brigitte Bardot. She even mentions this perfume in a book. The blue hour represents that time when the sunset ends and the night begins. And they
What,
won't,
you feel like making a film with great publicity?
considering it's like a miracle.
112 or something like that? Well, this one is useful for a bit of internet. Goodbye. Secondly, the empty box is in.
Thanks for watching the video.
I don't know where I'll have the little bottle. Surely in some bag out there. I really love the scent. It's a heavenly smell.
But it's expensive.
No,
one
but I felt
project.
it doesn't last. Oh, bad exception. Well,
It's
in
an
fact, I
original
bought and bought it
perfume
late.
because before I had the imitation from Oil Perfumery. They also make super good imitations, but they're in oil form. And thank God I had this because I can use the oil. I mean the imitation. And on top, the original perfume, and only that way it lasts. It holds up and projects a bit more. But it's a perfume that unfortunately, even if I love it, I won't buy again.
They don't wake
And
up.
that finally the perfume doesn't last.
Then another one I have. An empty box up here. But it has perfume down here. It's the Prisma
It's
one.
like the typical Divine perfume I can tell you about. I use it for being around the house, maybe taking a little walk with the dogs. A kiss.
Divine for everyday use. Divine. It smells sweet like mango, I don't know. Little flowers. But it's a perfume I define as cheerful. It's not very long lasting, obviously. It's an eau de toilette, but for the price. And being an eau de toilette, it lasts quite well. Look, almost. I'm done. I love it, I love it. And just so you know, it's a perfume that's been around for years, but it doesn't feel old at all, I promise. Then here, in the section that's all about all the things I tell you, this oil version flooding. And I'm going to talk to you about the scents. All these perfumes. I've forgotten the originals, and I can assure you that the smell is identical. But now, obviously,
An oil perfume shouldn't last as long as an oil one.
showing you the perfumes I
before
have
that-
and explaining how you can do layering.
With oil. I want to show you this one. This is a perfume.
I'm going to burn my pants. A stripper.
Yes, I'm saying you're hearing it exactly as it sounds.
A stripper, my friend, in Miami.
Smoking this perfume, Choco Musk, and the brand is Al Rehab. It's obviously an Arab perfume. It smells delicious. It doesn't smell like chocolate with musk, as its name suggests.
Not at all.
but that doesn't mean they don't smell like, how do I put it?
Celestial too. It smells very sweet. Very
I
nice.
tested the vanilla one from Mercadona.
I touched it. I thought it was similar, but this one is obviously much nicer. I put it on today. It's sweet. It's sexy. Just barely projects.
From what I'm telling you,
Yes,
dogs
they
are
last
royal.
long, but they don't project as much as a spray. But for more intimate, special occasions, I really recommend it. And it costs like €4. But be careful, because I bought on Amazon. By the way, I bought it on Amazon, trying to find a cheaper spray. I bought this one.
If you see, they look the same. Let's see if they focus.
They look the same.
Good night. Thank you so much.
Bye.
If you liked it,
It
subscribe.
looks the same,
They
but
won't
I'll
break.
go for the cheaper one.
And it was a big mistake, which was this. This has nothing to do with the smell. When it arrived, I was like, it has nothing to do with what my friend told me, which is a sweet, rich, lasting perfume. This smells, no, it doesn't smell bad, but it has nothing to do with the aroma. And that's what happens. You see, cheap ends up being
Thanks for
costly.
watching the video.
That's what happens when you look for the weakest.
Even so, this one is super cheap. The good one is also super cheap.
Does it seem light? A lot. So friends,
think so.
next time.
Repeat, and now we got it.
A bit of a limitation almost.
Goodbye.
Now everyone's perfume smells
See you next
exactly
time.
like the original perfume.
Make
This one lasts longer.
Crispy.
Or for people who were allergic to alcohol.
That's also a great thing, right?
I'm going
But
to
anyway.
talk to you not so much about the imitation, but about the original fragrance.
That's all for today.
Viva Lips by Botanical New York is a perfume that loves intimate spaces. It's a fresh perfume. Smells like apple, green apple. And fresh, very delicious. Really good also for the summer. It smells clean, cheerful.
It's a pleasure.
Fresh.
A pleasure.
It's a very good perfume as a mark of identity. It's like a good girl's perfume, let's say. Then I have the Burberry hair.
And it
I'm
breaks.
sorry, and look, I really like the original perfume.
If you've tried
The
it,
other-
don't.
Burberry hair, like another one that leans
And now,
towards
yes,
dying. Please let me know in the comments if it gets better.
Because the smell is really nice.
And please subscribe to it.
me your like too.
I have here the Delina exclusive perfume oil, and I like it more than the original, I have to say. Here I have Delina. Then I'll tell you what things are related to Delina. But Delina exclusive. I prefer the original Delina, but the imitation is better than the original perfume too. Delina exclusive is basically roses and vanilla, which is why it sounds the best of all.
Delicious.
It smells too powdery for my taste.
Like Chanel, what can I say? It's a classic. Can't go
Enough
wrong
Chanel
with a
already.
bit of my favorite. But nowadays it's a bit more masculine than I'd like. And that's the perfume.
Oh my mother-in-law.
So
Then I have a pure perfume here.
It's without jasmine essential oil, with salt, because we need to smell good, but keep it all organic.
Oh,
Thanks.
the same.
This one is fighting for its
I
life.
do this before sleep, or if I'm going to pray for all my saints to protect me.
Cocoa or vanilla. Oh,
Oh my God.
yes.
Oh, do you know what it smells like? Like sunscreen. The best sunscreen ever smells like this. This perfume will always keep my appetite at bay.
yes,
It smells like cupcakes and milk.
flower maybe. White flowers possibly. Ah, so delicious. I think I'll eventually buy the original.
Replica of the fireplace. Ah, I didn't expect to like this perfume with those woody notes, but I like it. No, I love it. It's unisex and generally has quite a masculine touch, but I think in winter. Look, I put it on, the same one, in the snow. I wore it in the snow. And in winter with the coat, you put it on, you wear your scarf, and suddenly when the snow falls, you get whiffs. I'm not sure how to say whiffs in Spanish, but those whiffs of the scent come to you.
Oh wow,
Nice.
it's manageable. It's just very both for himself and for me.
the real path.
Take care.
But I have to say nothing because it's the most boring profile in the world. So I already knew it.
Thank you
Sweet,
so much.
strong, in my opinion. Overused. I mean, too
He
strong.
always uses
And that's what makes it.
boring.
But it remains a rich and long-lasting perfume. A bit too mature for my taste. But don't worry, because I have a super cheap perfume that's a mix of BNL and Handcrafted, and I'll tell you later. So keep watching.
And finally, in this little oil section, we've got Love by QVM.
Don't be shy.
Thanks, you're welcome. Parfums de Marly. It's very similar to this one. I've heard of one.
These are much better and more recommendable, which is also something small. Eventually, I think I bought the original
like
one.
my signature perfume. Signature. That
Signature
can be
the best.
It's an adhesive perfume.
Agape
with the
Orange
candy
Blossom.
notes. It's so sweet.
Happy Muñoz 2000.
It's not suitable for every occasion, but for a date, I think
do you
it's
think?
perfect.
How should I put it?
I think
To sweeten things up. Because it's
really
well.
smell and hate
like
it.
Done upon.
There it is, right?
We have Dolce
And
Gabbana.
one of the ones.
And yes, listen, guys, I keep them in their boxes because they supposedly last longer that way. Here you have Doctor
Cheers.
number 1.
Hit the bell to receive notifications of all updates.
Basically, one of the biggest disappointments of my life because I also had a limitation. And first, super cheap. It cost me like $5 in Miami at one of those stores.
all day. Girls, I bought the original at Havana.com. This is the Havana
See you
from
next time.
Guantanamo.
What a big disappointment, my God. It doesn't smell bad, lasts all day, but maybe it smells like an older lady. I'll give it to my mom, my aunts.
Lady assistant, the theory is good. It smells like honey and all. But the result was unexpected. Whenever it'll be
It
the one I
smells
expect.
really nice. I don't have much to say. It's a standard sweet perfume. The bottle is beautiful, I'll show you, but it doesn't last at all.
Look at this beauty, like a mirror with a pencil.
And I think no one knows this perfume. The good thing is it's cheap.
Cheap and smells nice, but doesn't last and is too sweet for my taste. Maybe like Midnight Fantasy by Britney Spears. Because girls, the original Fantasy is divine and spectacular, but it brings back my youth. So I can't wear that perfume anymore. I want to keep it associated with the memories it has.
Instead, it's Fantasy Edition.
Has nothing to do with it. It doesn't smell like anything I recognize. This smells like a super sweet hair shampoo. And it lasts quite a while. It lasts almost the whole day. Smells fresher. Not like caramel, but more awesome. And lasts all day. I recommend it a lot. It's also cheap, big, long-lasting. Then we have 2 more perfumes from Divine. I just opened one and got the shock of my life seeing it was dark. It wasn't like that before. It used to be transparent like the rest. My God, I hope it hasn't gone bad. This is the Divine 180, which is inspired by Beatrice Bestile's favorite perfume. I've been a fan of hers for a long time. I'm grateful to her for
If you
that.
find her, if you're following her, leave me a like. And also let me know down below, as I'm also a fan of
Because I'm way over there. This
Not in the
perfume.
but in the room. In this case, I bought an injection because the original no longer
They
exists.
don't make it. My God, what a shame. This perfume smells really nice. Give it some credit. Curious detail. It's made with parchment. Yes, parchment, believe it or not.
It smells incredible. It smells
That's
feminine.
definitely a perfume.
It's nighttime.
It's a perfume. I know a perfume when I smell one. Because it's too strong. Too powerful. It's nighttime. It's sweet. It's sexy and mysterious. That's all I can say to define it. It has papyrus, I'm telling you. Those are the notes I remember right now.
Super
Delicious. And it's for autumn.
Another one.
I bought it not because I didn't want the original, but because the original is no longer made. It's Divine's 133.
Which is
Passion.
sorry, I'm still running. The same one because Natalie Portman advertised it in 2010. The same
Before
one.
the reformulation.
And those who know about it will know what I mean.
That's not the mission I have today.
How
But
not?
it's different. This one is a mission. Sweeter, more feminine. They are very similar, but this one is lighter, more feminine. This could be a good perfume, a signature scent. I think that anyone could like this perfume. And it's just as suitable for a date as it is for an office. I highly recommend it.
Thank you very much.
But it has to be the one before 2015, I think. Or 2010s, you know. Then I have the Paris Hilton that I mentioned before. But that one I think goes on top. Here I have other celebrities. What's this one called? This one is by JLo. It's called JLo Books. Look at this spectacular bottle. It's beautiful. It's colorful. I've used it a lot. My friend Miriam gave it to me at my wedding. And I've used it a lot. And that was the other day. I like it a lot. It smells like mango. It's kind of a mix between the Paris Hilton one with mango. But it's the least you have to doubt.
Just a tiny bit.
And you know what I have are some little samples. I have a Coach perfume that I love, and I have Flower Pom Pom.
Okay. See you in the next video.
What's up with the BML? I mean, how boring, people, for God's sake. Eternity for Women by Calvin Klein. Doesn't impress me. I don't recommend it. I have several samples of the original perfumes here. If you want, I can tell you a bit
I have
about
Light
them.
Crystal by Versace. Super nice. I'll probably buy the original too. Once I finish, of course, all these I have. It smells delicious, fresh, like you just showered, but still feminine. Maybe,
A good
right?
option.
Boys and Girls by Christian Dior.
Excessively sweet for my taste. It has that almond touch.
It's cool.
I've realized that almonds aren't a note.
That I like in perfumes or in food. So unfortunately, I don't recommend it.
I like Hypnotic Poison a little more. This golden Christian
But
line.
it's a perfume that I feel is the same. Sweet, pleasant, lasts all day, sexy. But in my opinion, I don't recommend it. Oh, Decadence by Marc Jacobs. This was the one I showed you with papyrus or parchment notes, I don't know. Very nice. Decadence by Marc Jacobs. But they don't make it anymore. We only have imitations left. I don't know why they do that. And Flower Bomb by Victor and Rolf.
Boring, be it nice, feminine, or
Next.
Yes, just like
A
that,
few
nothing else.
shiny things. So I don't need to show you that. And finally, we've reached the shelf of the best perfumes in the world. These are the perfumes that are really worth wearing every day for any occasion. The ones that get me the most compliments. The ones I like the most in all senses. Oh no, forgive me. I just realized I skipped a previous one, which is the Candy by Monogotas from Mercadona. But delicious. But it doesn't last long.
That's
I
all there is.
recommend it. It's vanilla from
Mercadona. Let's start with the perfumes I've received. I'll begin with the Prada one.
see you in the next video.
Thank you. Enjoy your meal.
To put it on anything. They are scented.
Elegant, long-lasting.
Sophisticated taste. A very exquisite project is a perfume heavily based on In My Own Home.
Smells familiar.
Oh, clean and sexy. Mixing vibes for a while. Who wouldn't want to be clean and sexy, right? I highly recommend it. But let's keep it a secret between us. Because if people find out about this, they'll compare it. It's a bit pricey, yeah, but it's worth it. Unlike what we see around here. Thanks. Perfect.
Thanks for watching the video.
I have a limited edition of BTS. I love the logo. All super stylish with my vibe. I have another design here. BTS should pay me. This case is an imitation of the Donald Born in Rome. Because Donald Born in Rome by Valentino and Prada Paradox that I showed you are very similar. I heard Or rather, I saw this Donald Bourne in Rome in the store, and I didn't know if I loved it or not. I bought the imitation and really loved it. My husband loved it too. Goodbye. I also felt like trying Prada Paradox, so I ended up buying it, but either of those two are enough.
Super good choices.
Someday, I hope to have both. Now let's move on to another one that's cheaper and super viral. Goodbye. And now from Tafa, a really nice tree. It smells like strawberries, white flowers, and kind of like sand.
Another video I'll leave for you at the end of the videos.
Sand. I don't know why it smells like that to me. The best thing about scents is that this is super nice. And what I love about it is that it costs 30 euros. It's a huge perfume.
Cheers!
Thanks for watching the video.
See you next time. It is true that it's a long-lasting
Today's
perfume and all
lecture is
that.
what, girl?
That's why I feel like doing it.
I watch
To the
it
smooth
for
part,
the
the rest of the milk.
weirdness.
Then here you have the famous
going to
quiche
post it
perfume,
later.
Sofia by Sofia Vergara. What can I say about this perfume? This perfume is what I was telling you about. It's the mix between Chanel Coco Mademoiselle and the Beverly Hills flavor. It has been my go-to perfume for
elegant,
years.
feminine perfume.
A test of everything.
Well, that's all for today.
I'm not going to use that perfume because I always end up going back to it.
Well,
That's why a new version, a new bottle, is going to be opened. Here you see the beautiful Sofia Vergara, and this is how the perfume looks when it's not super dark like the one I have today. I might like that perfume a little. Ladies, we're almost done. We're just missing one perfume, which is actually 3 in 1, and it's the Delina collection by Parfums de Marly. Delina was an obsession I found when searching for my signature scent, and it just... Delina is a great option, the original Delina, which I have here. I bought it on perfumesdemarly.com. It's a perfume that, as you can see, or rather, it smells as it looks. Spectacular, special, unique, sexy, full of femininity, elegant. Maybe the vibe reminds this perfume of the main girl from the first season of Bridgerton. If she had a perfume. Remember a perfume? I think it would be this one.
Thank you.
I've used it a ton. It's a perfume that obviously drives me crazy. Like I guess it does for anyone. But like with almost all my perfumes, I follow a pattern, which is to first buy either a sample or a dupe to see not only how it smells, but how I feel with that perfume. The first one I bought in this regard is by David B. Mayer. Before owning Delina, I had this one called First Kiss.
Just like his body did. Here I fell in love with this scent.
Finally, I ended up buying the huge original from Yose on personalmoney.com.
And guys, to my disappointment, I like it more.
The V-layered version. And not just because of the price, it
More than
doesn't
the original. The other version highlights the sweetness more, lasts
It's
longer.
more. It projects more.
The honor.
So it's exquisito. But to form 200 and something euros.
This perfume costs.
And much to my regret, I feel this way. Well, that's all for today. That everyone has to smell at least once in their life. But obviously, I'm really disappointed because the imitation smelled better than the actual perfume. That's why, when the flankers came out, the other versions of Delina, I went straight to buy the V-Lily edition.
Goodbye and see you next time.
The first flanker they released, which is Delina La Rosette, is called First Kiss Elixir, and it's one of my favorite perfumes. Girls, it's like the aquatic version of Delina.
It's exquisite, fresh, refined, elegant, feminine. And I almost like it as much as Delina, depending on the time of year. And even though it's a fresher perfume, it's perfectly wearable. Everything hurts. Actually, I don't know why I tend to wear it in winter.
Yes. I love it. And
With
of course,
veneers and
the
nothing.
thing...
And it's a perfume I really like.
It has a strange combination because normally more citrus perfumes, not that it's citrus, but fresher, more aquatic ones, tend to project less and last less. but this one has a good freshness and also lasts a lot. And finally, and to my disappointment, the video turns out badly.
The
No.
video.
But the first class exclusive, I had also heard about the Lina exclusive, and it disappointed me a lot.
Nobody's
going to
censor me over.
I bought it blind, and that's not the case. Guys, it's an honor. People go crazy over this, but it's kind of a powder and vanilla smell. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to smell it on my 8-year-old niece, but on me, it can improve, and you have to use a tiny bit. I had the project all day long, and I wore it to the movies. I wanted to die. Wouldn't recommend it. I recommend the original First Kiss and First Kiss Elixir. You should, as I've said, also buy the original because
And see you in the next
we
video.
support the brand, the creators of
So
Perfume.
we won't be going to your place.
Ultimately, the brand would be you. But I also don't recommend Oriana, a poor copy of Love by Killian. Don't be shy. With great scent recommendations, give me just 30 seconds to present the sponsors of this video. All the links are in the description box, and you can find it on Amazon. The first is this wonderful rug that my dogs absolutely love. As you can see, it looks beautiful in the house and is at a great price. If you need a good quality rug like this, here's the link. And the second one is this super prank set. It comes in a little box with a mirror, and I really recommend it. And I think that's all for today. Now that you really know my tastes, please leave your favorite perfumes in the comments. Which ones should I try? I'm looking for a signature scent, just one to stick with. The closest ones are Prada, Paradox, Luna Rossa in Rome, and Sofia by Sofia Vergara.
So anyway,
Yes, you have
Please leave it in the comments, and thanks for watching the video. I hope it
feel too long for you.
like it. Follow me on social media, name Susie everywhere, and I'll see you in the next video. For the big fans, I forgot to mention this, but for those of you sticking around till the end, super tip. This is not a perfume, it's obviously an air freshener called Summer Delights. I want my house to smell like this forever. I've been using it for years since we first heard it. It's called Summer Delights. It's the best. Smells like melon with fluoride. If you can buy the ones from Airwick, your house will smell like paradise. Warm ovaries. I highly recommend it. See you in the next video.